On the subject of royal events, no one knows more about what they've been up to than Tim O'Donovan. For more than 40 years, he has been counting how many engagements the royals take on before publishing his findings. He told us about his rather unusual hobby and why the palace was not happy about it when he started.
I think the thing that triggered it off was that somebody used to take a note of the names of children being christened. And so they produced a league table, of the boys, Oliver, James thing, and the girls. And I just thought, I wonder, I might do this for the royal family's engagements. No, what I do is I cut out the court circular every day and I stick it in an album. And then when I'm feeling like it, I then do a bit of adding up, probably each quarter. It took until I think it was 1989 when I heard that they were not happy with what I was doing because they thought it was creating a league table and they didn't like that. And so I then wrote to Sir William Heseltine, who was the private secretary, and said that I'd heard this and could I come and see him? And he wrote back immediately and said, yes, do. And so I went up to the palace. I met him and the press secretary, Robin Janvrin, and I explained to them that what I was doing was quite useful to authors and people writing books about the royal family. And they then agreed that I should continue. About a year after that, at that time, the court circular did not include overseas engagements. And I thought that was a great mistake. And so I then wrote to the assistant press secretary, John Haslam it wasn't then, and said this. And they then used to give me, I went up to the palace once a year in December, and they used to give me the itineraries so that I could record what they did while they were abroad. And the other households did the same. I used to write to them. It's all a bit of a business. And then 1997, overseas engagements were then included in the court circular. So I think I could say that I was responsible for including the foreign visits in the court circular. On the whole, it's either the Prince of Wales or the Princess Royal. And the great thing is that the palace, they don't want it made as a league table of endeavour. And that's why I put in my letter always that it shouldn't be, because all engagements are different. And some take more time in preparation. So it should not be taken as a league table. And that's the point I make at their request every year in my letter. Well, the Queen is pretty busy normally, but of course this last year, the whole thing has changed. And I had to do a different table this year because of the video and telephone. It's changed the whole conception of the thing, really. For instance, the Queen in 2019, she did a total of 295 engagements in the UK, and last year she did 133. I used to be a lay steward in St George's Chapel, and inevitably, one says good morning or good afternoon or something on those occasions. So once met quite a few, but only really in passing. Why should they think that somebody stewarding in St George's Chapel would be doing all this? So I don't think that nobody's ever said, well done, or stop it, or anything about it.